Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, episode 93. We have just completed Ash and Maw, and now all of the factions are like, yo, fuck you, pick a faction. So, we're probably not going to do that immediately. But Maya wants to have a chat. With everything going on at once, I wondered if gods could we talk. Maya nurses her brow and sighs. You can talk to me about anything, Maya.
You're a good captain. Maybe I don't say that enough. Can we take a detour to the officers' lounge in the Brass Citadel? I could use a drink.
Maya shrugs and tips her head. Let's be off.
I appreciate it, Captain. Hope you don't mind if I gather my thoughts on the way.
She releases a heavy sigh and nods. Oof. We also have Takehu.
Ukaizo. We are actually going to Ukaizo.
Well, I mean, I want to take you to Ukaizo, but I'm pretty sure when I pick a different faction, you're going to leave me. Takehu turns his colorless gaze towards you, unfocused but full of concern.
The tribes will look to me to bridge our past and our future. A heavy responsibility, I say.
How about what you want?
What do I want?
Takehu looks down, repeating the question under his breath.
The praise they showered on Ngati's chosen. Until now, it all seemed an empty gesture. Never a promise that I could fulfill. I was the toast of Nekataka. But all of that is behind me. I must turn away from delights and think of the tribes. Ukaizo will show us the way. The tribes will find themselves again.
This obsession with the past, you can learn from it, but it doesn't make you who you are. Yeah, okay. Obviously, it makes you who you are, right? Obviously, you know, cultures, history, experiences, etc. that creates where you are, right? But it doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to be the only thing that matters.
I would discover what our ancestors forgot. The Covenant is more important than ever.
A snack. Play. Hold that thought. I'm gonna grab some chips real quick. I kinda wanna grab something else, but I'll just do chips instead. And go from there. Learn what you can from Ukaizo. Let the tribes find their own way.
I will give it thought. There is time enough for that,
sneezy
at
boy.
least.
Odie sneezy boy. He nods, weighing your words with care.
Ukaizo should be the discovery of our lifetime. With the trading companies and the Principi ready to descend on each other, I wish the island had kept its secrets a while longer.
He lets out a weary sigh. The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an incessant tug for your attention. The pull centering from Takehu's soul. Surrender to the sensation.
It pains me to see my boy so conflicted. Questions tear at his heart, and the ache reaches me even here.
Andra props her jaw on her fist and regards you coolly.
He so longs for his independence. His people will not relinquish his destiny without a fight.
Her lips part with a secret smile.
Empires have fallen since I favored the Huana with power and wisdom. How they wield it is their choice. Just see that my boy comes to no harm.
Before you have a chance to react, Andra claps her hands, and your surroundings assert themselves once more.
There is much to consider, and little time to decide our course. I fear that we will see the path before us before we are ready to walk it.
I'm here. Certainly.
All right. I'd say we head to I guess we head to the Brass Citadel and do whatever it is that Maya's wanting to do. The burned book grows warmly in your pack? What? Ah! Right. The binding of his tomes. Yeah. Well, we will get there momentarily. Maya first. I think Officer's Lounge is where she said.
Captain.
Kids live at a farming collective back home, barely making it by.
Before I unload my cargo onto your port, how about you let me buy you a drink?
Maya glances around the lounge. Nonsense. Give her an ale. Nonsense to loyal birds.
May our enemies get caught up in their talons.
Maya winks over her mug. She drains it in a single prolonged gulp and sighs, wiping off her mouth with the back of her hand.
I tell ya, something about all that open water.
Maya shakes her head. Say nothing.
Anger's mortar, I mean. To the mortar, and everything beyond it.
Raises her empty mug in a half-hearted fashion.
Thank Berath we have you as our living compass. I'd say Rawatai plans to set sail, compass or no.
And this concerns you?
Under different circumstances, I'd be aboard that aimless fleet. Likely as not to die. As things stand, I'm thankful to be under your command, Captain.
Oh yeah. She raises her mug, peering at you over its lip. When she realizes it's empty, she taps her finger and a server appears with another.
In a campaign that keeps changing, being a part of your crew makes me feel like I have a hand on the wheel.
Half of the mug vanishes.
But now, all I see is open water on all sides.
Someone's a sad drunk? Aww. We can be your constants.
Funny thing is, I know you mean it. But I still worry. While the powers of the Deadfire claw at each other's faces, you'll be digging through a god's body for your soul. I'll be.
Right next to me. She raises the mug and catches herself pausing.
Following orders.
No. Stop that. You stop that.
With all that uncertainty, do we even have room for this?
She gestures from herself to you with her mug, sloshing its contents. Kiss her. You lean in and plant your lips on her. At first, it feels like kissing a wooden board, but she softens in the end, before pulling back.
I felt that one down to my toes, Captain. Ugh, I'm as full as a barrel. I should gather my thoughts in healthier ways, like knitting or taxidermy.
Taxidermy! She pats her stomach and smiles. Start by stuffing a Shiza. Shit.
Wouldn't be the first time I considered it.
Blinking at the sudden swell of attention, Ashiza cocks his head and snaps his beak.
Captain, when we're standing at the helm, the ship feels unsinkable. I'm glad I get to cozy up to that feeling. Yeah, she's as glad too. Not that his opinion matters.
I don't want to hit her with the I don't want this to end. Take a moment. Like, Everything else just exists for a second.
Might not be a bad idea. Once my head is cleared, I'm sure I'll think of an even better one. They have a special room here for ranking officers. And their guests. That's more of a closet, really.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
We can just talk. And if it goes any further, we'll know exactly why and how far to take it.
She folds her arms and awaits your reply, her expression measuring and curious. Ishiza preens his feathers, though it looks like he's hiding his face under his wing. Sounds pleasant, Maya. Hesitating a moment, Maya drags you into a hug and squeezes you like she's clinging to a mast in stormy weather. When she releases you, she has to catch her breath and tidy up her bun.
Captain?
Clears her throat. And what's done is done.
Consider trying their luck abroad?
Sure, but imagine if they didn't have to. That's
Well,
why I'm here. Why I
someone's been doing their morning stretches.
Okay. Maya dabs a bead of sweat from her brow and clears her throat.
Being a captain, a watcher, and the gods only know what else must be thirsty work. Well done.
Well done yourself, soldier.
Always nice hearing that from an officer. Time to ship off and see what the Deadfire throws at us next.
Looking accomplished and refreshed, Maya knits her fingers together to crack her knuckles. And we are done. Nice. Hey. Okay. So what are we doing now, actually? Honored guest, coming storm, forge alliances, or prepare your ship for a hard voyage. Trying to trigger the freaking animancy thing. Lanalet's crabbed handwriting makes much of this missive difficult to read. Watcher, I hope this message finds you in good health. We've made our adjustments to the machine and are ready to make another attempt at your transportation. Please make your way to the spire as soon as you are able. I believe we have it this time. Your partner in discovery, Laun Alette. Awesome. And I think we just head right there. Spire of the Soul Seers. Hell yeah. I need to look up the order of the DLCs. I think I want to do them in order.
Excellent timing. We're getting consistent readings, and I believe we're ready to try again.
Awesome.
That is, if you're up for it.
You really think it'll work this time?
Clinging to certainty is a novice's mistake. We keep open minds here. But seriously, I think we're on to something.
Sloan gives you an encouraging grin.
It's just the same as before. You focus on the Adra pillar, the machine gives you a boost.
Okay. I'm ready.
Great, to work everyone. Let's get this underway. And you, just relax, but also be sure to concentrate very carefully. Look for the next Adra pillar. Once you have the connection, just step through.
Once again, you feel the essence in the Adra like a physical thing beside you. This time, however, the cord of energy that tugs at you is incessant, but manageable. And through it, you can feel what Flan was describing, a connection running through the tower and beyond, where it splits in all directions. Color leaches from the world around you as you drift into the in-between. You feel the connection draw taut, like a pulled rope, and then pull. Yoy!
Kara, I say the Animancer's tower has seen better days. Slippery as an
I'd be glad
eel.
to.
And I believe we have touched down in the place that I thought we would.
You were saying?
An empty socket in this panel. Something been removed.
Careful. Look.
Huh. Think I can't see you, you sneaky bastard? Oh.
I'm here. I'm sorry, yes? Very well.
Jay. It is no use. I cannot get through.
Kinda fucked up the placement of that one. So, you know. Try to prevent the dying real quick.
Captain.
Ixiana!
Sigma's me too, man.
This does not work!
Everything hurts.
Damn.
Yes.
These Zarup are, like, super intense.
Ixmaru! Craved a fila feelim. No Ixiana!
Hitting the water.
Sigma's me
This is a very poorly
Ixiana!
thought out plan for me.
Sigma's me too, man.
Behold me, mother!
This should do a lot of damage to the Zarups.
Come on. Great. Nothing I
Only
can do.
miss blood. It's gone. You see that, Ishi?
Ixiana!
Sigma's me too, man.
Alright, so,
I am stuck! Aid me!
initially went very poorly.
This does not work!
Sigma's me too, man.
But it's basically turned out alright in the end, though.
You be owing me that drink,
Ixiana!
man. Sigma's me too, man.
I'm here.
Oh, I should totally use, engaging thrust.
Craved a fila feelim. Wraith, a feel him.
Siamas me tomb.
Death take you.
All right, easy peasy.
See that beauty of a hit, Maya?
It was only slightly concerning there for a second.
How good, I say.
At once.
Eyes open.
The Bone Setter's Torque grants Sawbones. Removes injuries. Gives plus 10% healing done, 5% of hits converted to crits with weapons. That's probably going to go on Shodi. In the early days of Valian sea exploration, innumerable dangers threatened any ship setting out for uncharted waters. Far from proper medical aid, even minor injuries or illnesses could render a ship's crew ineffective. I could put it on me, actually. Ending expeditions before they were complete. Such ventures were often funded by Valian interests and represented considerable capital. Thus, the Admiralty commissioned the services of Gregory Feliz Mifontina, a renowned physician. Working with enchanters and artificers, Fontina developed a method by which to transfer basic medical knowledge into affordably made torques, which could be easily manufactured, shipped, and stored. These trinkets were widely distributed to ships' quartermasters and surgeons, allowing them to treat their crews more effectively. Following the amulet's introduction, the Admiralty noted a slight but undeniable increase in the survival rate of their crews, and thus the success rate of their expeditions. Nice. That's a really interesting, lore tidbit.
Of course. Indeed.
What are all these notes? Mm-hmm.
Happily.
Now we go up into the, above of the ruins. We could have come here and already cleared this out, by the way, but knowing that this was something that we would be doing, I kind of just avoided it.
Gav. Look.
I'm here. Absolutely.
Akin.
I can't do it. No help here. That hit true.
Nice. That's actually a lot of damage that comes out.
Just a command, Captain.
Dare take you. Madiku, I need to try something else.
I mean, these Zarup are kind of strong
You need something?
in the right situation. Why he doesn't just, Oh, good. Easy peasy battle.
Sirmas me too.
You see that, Ishi?
Sirmas me too.
Nice.
What say?
Please cut me loose. Don't leave me here.
There's a guy in here? Holy shit, what's up? Hey, buddy.
I did not believe my eyes. Ikira, Nagati has answered my prayers.
At a glance, you take this man to be one of the Huana. His face crumples as you approach, and he sags on his bindings, murmuring repeated oaths of gratitude.
Please help me. I do not know how it is you came by this place, but please, you must save us. Those animals ate him. My friend. I could only watch.
He hangs his head, shuddering.
Riku, who takes his life and spares mine. Please, let me free. I cannot stay here any longer.
Untie him.
Ikira, you have my thanks once again.
Man rubs at his chafed wrists.
They took someone else. Badima. She must still be in the cages to the southeast. These creatures must have a key somewhere. Please help her. I think I will be sick. May Nagati guide you to calm waters.
Daggers for the entrance. Okay.
Slippery as an eel.
Oh. Interesting. Take a nice little advantage of that. Come over here real quick.
Happily.
Aha! Acolyte's Frostbite. I remembered a frost axe somewhere. Because there's a fire axe. Oh, yeah. The dream of mine to dual wield them one day. Ooh, maybe I'll put him on, what's his face? Our barbarian chanter who's dual wielding. That would be cool. Dual wielding, axes? I was considering making him dual wield flails, though. Why not both? Grants Solitude, which gets concentration every 6 seconds when 4 meters or further away from nearest ally. Not bad. When a temple acolyte from Deerford decided to leave behind his life of prayer and meditation in exchange for adventure, he carried a simple hatchet as he marched for Stalwart Village. Unfortunately, the acolyte's cloistered life had done little to prepare him for surviving in the wild. Halfway to Stalwart, he was caught in an unseasonably bitter snowstorm. As night fell, the storm turned into the coldest blizzard the region had ever recorded. The acolyte's body was found frozen stiff the next morning. He stood, hatchet in one hand, while the other held up his collar as if to protect his face from the wind. The hatchet, now permanently covered in a layer of frost, houses a portion of his wayward soul. This is cool. Solitary Fate casts chill fog around the caster when they are defeated, so long as there are no nearby allies. Gain concentration. Wait, what? So, if there are no nearby allies and you die, then it casts chill fog. That's kind of shite. Or Vengeful Cold. Small chance to grants a chance to launch a blast of cold energy around the caster upon receiving a critical hit, dealing freeze damage to nearby enemies so long as there are no nearby allies. Again, still a solo weapon. Or Freezing Bite. 10% chance to paralyze the target in ice on a crit. Or 25% chance to launch a freeze damage cone on crit. That's interesting. That's interesting. Not super crazy, but interesting.
Give. Look.
Just a moment, please. It's no trouble.
I'm listening.
That was fun. Oh, there's a... The Zarips have a construct, really?
Stand together.
That seems... Hey!
At once.
Okay, again, sometimes the fucking way this game works just irks me. He just walked past all of those people and didn't get engaged by any of them. Seems like horseshit.
Hitting the water.
This does not work.
Death to those.
That is horrible.
You see that, Ishi?
Easy peasy. Cheesy beasy.
Indeed.
Wait, was there something up here that we didn't take? Huh.
Be cautious. Be constant.
I can't see you, you sneaky bastard.
The Republic. Death to those
no
who
help here.
oppose the Republics.
Get him!
See me too, man.
Again, the obsession with Takehu to fucking need to summon these fucking lesser blights is it's killing me. There we go. He did. Nice.
Of course.
Shh. Dama. Hello. Standing within the cage is a Huana woman clad in bedraggled clothing and covered in numerous scrapes and scratches. She clutches at the bars as you approach. You must help us. Those things have already come to take away my companions. Do you know anything about this place? I know only that the Zarips are led by something else. It speaks as we do. By the sound it makes, I think it must be very large, but I have not seen it. How'd you get here? We're traveling with other merchants when the Zarips attacked. They cut us off from others, dragged us here, wagon, everything. The beasts have already taken my friends from the cage. I cannot imagine what they will do. Who are you? Adema. It was a supply wagon. We were traders, the three of us. Please, there is no time. I dealt with the Akin. You're free to go. Truly done it? Akira, I did not think it possible. Please, what of the others? One of them made it. He is waiting for you outside. Gati, preserve you. I owe you much. I've lost enough today. Wipes her forehead across her brow. I have no goods to give you in thanks, for they were stolen from us. You are welcome to what you find. Get rid of this place, and quickly. Wait for us! Oop.
Still as a pond.
Yeah, those are grubbles.
Oh, think I can't see you, you sneaky bastard.
Your order. Give me the order. Ha! Ha! Still got it.
Death to those who oppose the republics.
Mother. Oi, Maya.
Yeah.
Take pants, I'll kill more of the bastards than you do.
Quit.
Yours to command, Captain.
Behold me, mother.
Blast some people with some fucking frost.
Afraid not, Captain.
Worth and rough.
Captain, bye. Only takes a finger to blow her away.
Right between the eyes.
Nice.
Sirmas me too.
What's on your mind, cutie?
Sirmas me too.
Easy peasy. Fuck these Zarops.
Not work.
Captain, for the wrong and new. I'm listening.
Stand together!
Nice.
You were saying?
That guy has stayed on his feet quite a long time.
You were saying?
Alright, that was cool. And we find ourselves... let's see if I guess the place correct. Should be just to the west-southwest of Nekataka. Yep. Alright, important missive from Captain Ferrante. Hastily spinned letter with smudged ink. My dearest watcher, a god with an agenda tends to put things into perspective. Now more than ever, it is imperative we commandeer the floating hangman, if only so that we may chase Aethys to Akaizo. I've called a meeting of the Consueglo me Casitas. Please sail to Dunnage and join us as swiftly as the winds will bring you. Fortune favor you, Captain Ferrante. I'm not sure if we actually can do that questline. The steward would like to speak with you. Jeez. Y'all, there's only so much of me to go around. Calm down. Goodness gracious. To the west of Nekataka, rolling verdant plains stretch towards the mountains. Spiked plants with bright flowers punctuate the emerald green tall grass. The occasional tree dots the landscape, broad foliage casting shade like a parasol. You crest a rise to see a group of reptilian figures roughly 100 feet down the hill. Hunched atop a broad, flat stone, the Zarops chirp and squawk. The spyglass. Through the lens of your spyglass, you make out a party of 10 or so Zarops. Several are poking at grubs with long sticks under the guidance of one of their shamans. In the center of the circle, 2 of the grubs snap at one another, egged on by their Zarop captors. They're grub fighting. Wow. Sneak closer to observe. You slink quietly through the brush, eyes alert for other threats. Distracted by their sport, the Wilder don't seem to have noticed you. Approach openly. You advance towards the gathering, and the Zarops squeal and chirp at your approach. Several ready spears and bows. The Wilder exchange glances with one another as if unsure of whether or not they should attack. Easy there, we mean no harm. The Zarop shaman steps forward, feathered headdress swaying. It chitters, points towards the horizon, then points towards a pouch hanging from its waist. The other Zarops nod. You have no idea what it's trying to say. Sure. The Zarop roots through its patch, glancing between you and the contents of its bag. Not sure whether it's suspicious of you or trying to judge its own belongings. It could be both. Eventually, it settles on something and withdraws it. It takes a few furtive hop towards you, sets a small dragon figurine before you, and then hops back. Ivory worm figurine. Hey! Leave. Thank you. I'm going now. The Zarops silently watch you back away. Once you're well away, they begin chittering amongst themselves. A few turn back to their games, but others take up watch positions around the periphery of the rock. You leave the Wilder behind. Wow. Just gave away the ability to summon some worms there, my man. It's a powerful thing you just tossed out. Teo Ramunga. I think we need survival or... yeah. I did not actually mean to do that. Whoops. Like, I have zero interest in that being the thing that we have done. So, load the game. Oh, boy. What are you up for? My sleepy boy, my sleepy boy, my sleepy boy. Alright. We can't do anything. Receive an important missive from Hazanui Karu. I hope you recovered from your ordeal at Mogren's Teeth. Come see me at the Imperial Command in the Brass Citadel when you return to Nekataka. The way to Okaizo lies open before us, but I require your help in a final matter. Is this? Oh! This, the Proving, is DLC. So this is the Arena DLC. It wants us to use what's-his-face. That's, interesting. I probably will do that. It's really cool. I like that the DLCs want you to bring these other characters. That's interesting. You're cutting your way through the dense, hilly jungles to the west of Nekataka when you stumble upon a small campsite. At first it merely appears abandoned. The two tents present have collapsed, but then you see the bodies. Two corpses, torn apart and mostly eaten, sprawl across the dark earth. Search the area. The campsite has been thoroughly destroyed. The tent lies crushed as if under some great foot. A kettle rests on its side, very nearly caved in, and the fire has been stomped out. The trees to the south hunch bent aside, as if whatever caused this carnage came from and left by that direction. Search for the presence of spirits. You focus your Watcher abilities, opening yourself to the presence of any lingering essence. A vision tugs at you, dragging you forward like the rushing current of a flooded river. You see the creatures, nigh twice the height of a human, standing among the ruins of your campsite, eating the corpses of your fellows. Vines and moss hang from their amorphous bark-covered form. Lurkers. Waves of anger and fear wash over you, anger and fear, but also faith and Aethys returned. With a prayer on your lips, you fire arrows from your enchanted bow, each as cold as sleet. You hear a rushing sound to your right and turn to face it. Vision ends abruptly. Search for salvage. A few hides and antlers and other trophies lie around the camp. Maya smirks and folds her arms. Okay. Small chest buried in the collapsed tent contains a variety of fresh foods. Nice. Nice. That's a lot. End of the tracks. Failure. Each print is about as large as a pie and roughly the same shape. Search the area. Bury the bodies. The dark soil is soft, and within a couple of hours, you've dug a hole deep enough for the remains. You lower them into the ground and cover them, consigning them to the wheel. Follow the tracks. Sure hope you planting them don't attract whatever readied them to seed, Captain. Follow the tracks. The creatures seem to have put no effort into hiding their tracks, and you easily follow them deeper into the jungle. The path enters a clearing, and you almost walk into it without recognizing the danger. From the edge of the foliage, you see numerous lurkers among a few bulbous dank spores. The primordials remain almost entirely still, seeming no more threatening than the trees that surround them. Use the spyglass. In addition to the lurkers and dank spores, your spyglass reveals a few smaller sporelings lurking in the undergrowth. Furthermore, you see the corpse of a young elven woman, her right leg horribly twisted. The body grasps a bow in its right hand, the intricately tooled wood of which appears to be shimmering with a fine layer of frost. conjure a magical decoy as a distraction. Chanting quietly, Takehu performs a complex rite and summons something at the far edge of the clearing. Crashes loudly through the thick growth. The lurkers slowly shift and stomp away after the sound. The spores, however, remain. Alright, cool. Reduce the difficulty of a battle.
Oh, think I can.
I feel it.
Still got it.
I feel weak.
Damn. That's a mollywop. God damn.
You'll be paying for that, Swabby.
Easy peasy.
Me too.
And I think we get...
Indeed.
Oh, we get a doggy. Trixie. 25 stride. 5% of hits converted to crits. That's not bad. This was... yeah. Frostseeker. So fires multiple projectiles at slightly reduced damage. Get 10% increased freeze. Slightly reduced damage. It's 3 projectiles. Greatly reduced damage. Fucking kidding me? Freeze and slash damage AoE at target location on scoring a crit. The ranger Alice of the Blackwood acquired this bow from a vagabond mage after she and her weasel companion, Lisa, whatever, rescued the man from the captivity of Garland, the ice troll. The mage used the troll's dying tears to infuse the bow with the power to shoot arrows of enchanted ice. From that day forth, Alice was never on patrol without the bow in hand. Sweet. Garland's Breath. Just gives you a cone AoE. That's very kind of like... Brecken's Oi. Seems really weird. This wasn't always a thing. I feel like... this is a glitch. I feel like something's wrong here. I don't know. I have to test that out eventually. Anyways, go ahead and just grab that. Sweet. Okay, we got a bow. New bow. All right. Over to Nekataka we go. Guess we just go right back to the Spire of the Soul Seers, which I'm pretty sure wraps up this quest. I think there's a fight here in a second, and then I think the quest is basically done.
Captain, for the wrong Anui.
Death take you. Madiko, I need to try something else.
You see that, Ishi?
Jeez, that was a horrible death cry.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Animancer's Energy Blade. 10% damage with attacks, with saber attacks. Oh, it's sharp. Why am I looking at Ethereal Blade deals raw damage and attacks more quickly than a standard blade. What the fuck? Really? It does less damage, though, it looks like. This strange Animancer's device consists of an extravagant hilt crafted to a jeweler's precision. With the pommel, which contains a complex... It's a lightsaber, isn't it? Contains a complex web of binding copper and Adra, houses a soul from an unknown source. When activated, the soul is released from the emitter, only to be pulled back into the Adra contacts after traveling a prescribed distance. This disruptive process tears at the edges of the soul, releasing powerful energies along its periphery. The soul is thus caught in a fixed loop that functions as a blade. Yeah. It's... And it doesn't... It's basically, they're like, look, you don't need anything more than that. It's a fucking lightsaber that does raw damage. Yeah, I can see that. Probably one of the strongest things in the fucking game. Ignoring armor? That's gotta be real good. Gotta be real good.
I'll make it quick. What the shit? Behind us! Look sharp! Yeah. I feel him.
No, I cannot do that. Perfecto!
We are here to save the day!
You need something.
Why is Takehu in the middle of everything? I don't understand.
No, I cannot do that.
Wow, these guys suck.
I'm here. I'd be glad.
Yeah, makes no difference.
Death to those who oppose
Ain't
the
on my
Republic.
thing. Savvy? Captain?
Yes, Captain.
Ahoy.
At your service.
Right between the eyes.
There. Done.
Ahoy.
Que?
What for, Cap?
Que?
No.
What for, Cap?
I swear.
This I cannot do.
Like
And this is
frogging a
why I
figure.
should have
Futile.
For the Republic!
ranged weaponry on everyone just in case I need to swap over.
Stand together.
Me too.
Your orders?
No, this job was rotten.
He turns his face with some difficulty towards Maya.
We did what you asked.
Uh-oh. That means it was... Uh-oh. Besides you, Maya's brow wrinkles with confusion. Dawning realization flattens her expression. She moves to crouch beside the dying man. The final shuddering gasp, but the man lies still. Beneath the bloodied surface of his body, the essence of his spirit flutters free of him. A muffled clatter draws your attention to the nearby chest.
Madiko, I thought I was done for. These monstrous brutes. Look at what they have done. They've destroyed all we have worked toward for a little coin.
Someone's covering their tracks.
Yes, someone.
Flown gives a short, bitter laugh and looks pointedly at Maya Rua.
If I'd sent them, I wouldn't be here.
Maya's tone is untroubled, and she stares down Flown until the answer looks away.
This is a bold move, even for the Royal Deadfire Company. They are losing patience. And look at our machines.
Flown sighs.
We'll clean up here. See to the wounded. You'd best get over to the offices. Let them know what happened.
Maya jostles your shoulder as you make to leave, her voice lowered into a discreet murmur.
One way or another, this is only going to get worse. Worth thinking about. Your orders?
What exactly do you mean by that?
You were saying?
Of course.
Hey, Rakan field boots. +2 corrode armor and no quarter. Teleport attacked target. Unleash a blast of fury at the point of impact. Inflact. These plated boots are badly corroded around the heels. They were worn by a bleak walker at the Battle of the Rakan Moor, where the mercenary paladins infamously put down a fledgling peasant revolt on behalf of the local lords. The dissidents had taken refuge in the moor in hopes the unstable ground and acidic peak bogs would discourage pursuit. Undeterred, the bleak walkers marched on the peasants' camp shoulder to shoulder, shields locked. Many of them sank into the fuming fen, dying with little protest. The terrified rebels watched in horror as the grim paladins who survived the deadly march accelerated into a final charge, breaking through the upstarts' thin ranks before butchering them all. Sounds about right. Professional military goes up against peasant. Oh, did what's his butt die? Oh no. I don't know, I don't see a body for him. Okay. We've got to head to, as she said, the headquarters for Valiant Trading Company. Make sure we don't join the Valiant Trading Company. God, no. What boy? You're the boyest of the boys. You're a big boy. Alrighty then. Damn, y'all. What's up, boyo? He puts his paw on me. He doesn't know no better. Oh, right. Gotta wait until... Here we go! We're gonna turn this question and probably be done with this video. And then we're probably actually gonna do a little bit of prep work for DLC. Actually. Will you stop putting them mitts on me? You putting them mitts on me? You tapping? You tapping, boy? Yeah, I tap. Huh? That is what I do.
Watcher, at last, someone who can answer my questions. They're saying there was an attack at the Spire. I fear I'd sent you to your death. None of the Huana guards will tell us a thing, and Flaune's message is illegible. What happened?
The Royal Deadfire Company sent some mercenaries to kill everyone in the spire. I got back just in time.
The Royal Deadfire Company? I didn't realize they were even aware of our efforts.
Your efforts atop the spire of the Soul Seers, you mean?
Maya rolls her eyes.
I suppose I needn't ask if you'd been reporting to your leadership. I'm glad you're in one piece, Watcher. I'll have the details out to Flaune, I think. You've more than earned your reward. And my trust. Oh, and perhaps you'd consider stopping by Alvari's office. I believe she'll want some assurances as to the state of the spire.
Oh, right. I think Alvari is like, we've got to get Castol out of command. If I remember correctly. You're just a big yawny boy, aren't you? You're a big yawny boy. All you do is yawn.
I can't decide if the gods must love or hate you, Watcher. Perhaps both. Volcanoes, giant waves. Mel, I've had my fill of this island. It involves no divinities, but I do have some news for you as well. I have decided to take action with regards to Castol's incompetence. I have called together a meeting of the Songreta Mea Compressa. Our esteemed investors have come to hear Director Castol's excuses for squandering their fortunes.
Alvari smooths the front of her coat and plucks lint from her sleeve.
You've witnessed Castol's mistakes personally, and you know what is at stake for us with Ukaizo. The council will want to hear from you, the Cantanucesi in particular.
Cantanucesi. She raises her eye to meet yours.
The company needs new leadership. Leadership that can make effective use of its most important allies. Let us start here, striking a fine impression before the wealthiest men and women in Eora.
I will tell them the truth.
The truth will damn him as surely as any fiction. The man lives in a dream world. You will attend the trial, I hope. Your testimony is a vital part of the proceedings.
I have other business to see to first.
Of course. I will send word to the shareholders. You can meet us upstairs when you are ready.
I don't want to deal with that right now. Okay, so that is going to be the end of this video. We are basically officially done with all of the little side quests that I think we're going to do until we do DLC. We have pushed the story to the point to where proceeding with faction quests basically means we have to choose a faction. So yeah, I guess it's DLC time. So we are gonna go ahead and end the video here. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're gonna keep playing a little bit. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.